So Lamine Yamal decided to show the world that, are you forgetting who the kid is? Are you forgetting I'm the it kid? Are you forgetting I'm the reason they talk about me because they have no choice? They must. That's what I do. That's where I am. That's how I roll. In a game which was a masterclass today, we just played in Spain, of course. Spain won by 5 goals to 4 against France in a game that I'm telling you, if you did not watch it, it was way, way much different from the Germany versus, of course, Germany versus Portugal, because Germany, they were playing the slow building and stuff like that. But also, we were in the German game. It was actually player watching, not really game watching. Today, I felt like I was just watching a game, not thinking about a lot of things, not analyzing one player like I was, because Florian Wirtz is gonna be our player. I had to. I'm a Liverpool fan. I live for that. So that other game was the Florian Wirtz game, but today we watched a game. Anyway, before I go anywhere, if I do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, and to those who are interested in finding out every single thing that is happening Liverpool related, the way I go in depth in some of the analysis that I have in some of the transfers that are happening, go check it out. Of course, I might pick one or two that I'll put in the transfer show that I think we're going to be doing today. Yes, for Liverpool, but for all analysis and all the crazy rumors that I should not be talking about with my mouth, you go find them on the Football Connect LFC. It's always going to be active, people. Let's talk about today's game. So, of course, France came in the game hoping that they do a revenge. Remember what happened last semi-final? Remember what happened in the last semi-finals that these two teams played in the Euro Cup. Lamine Yamal being challenged by Rabiot, being told that you have been playing with young kids, come and show us what you can do here. And Lamine Yamal gave this guy an entire front row of what is due and his greatness, and it was just amazing. I'm gonna sip on that. It was amazing because the ball, the way it went in, the way it was scored, man. That's why we live for this football. That's why we love this game. The difference between that game and this game was this. Spain was a different team. They changed, Dean Huijsen comes in, joined the team. Lenando, of course, not really the defense which was used. I think it was of Laporte and what in the last final which was played. Cucurella and Poro playing as those ones. Pedri playing, of course, as the guy who's always close to. And Moreno, because of what he has done during the season from Arsenal, gets the nod over the guy who just won the Champions League with France, with the PSG. The reason why maybe the manager was looking at how the other player was tired coming from the game that they were playing, so they decided to rest him. But Martin Zubimendi was holding the DM rather than Rodri. Rodri did in the last game that they played each other, and that was the difference. The up top, of course, Morata no longer in the team. Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal were taking over the team. That's exactly how it was. On the front side, you could see Konate Saliba was not in there. They were playing Lenglet. I think they need to work on that. They need to have a better partnership. Kulu and Hernandez. I was really interested in to see this Kulu character because it was my first time really seeing him. Not really impressed, but he can work on that. I think that's what we can agree. Manu Kone playing next to Rabiot. That's where the problem for me is. I used to watch France with the midfield of N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba. I don't think Rabiot will ever live up to any of those shoes. N'Golo Kante right now playing in Saudi Arabia can come in and take over that jersey and do better than what Rabiot was doing. I think that has to be worked on by France. Olise was being played as a 10. And the Kylian Mbappe playing as that number 10, number 9 that has been playing for Real Madrid, Desiree Doué, because of the performance, the miracles of the Champions League, the way he performed, showing people that he is the team. They decided to put him, and it makes sense, really. You want to see the game, you want to see the kid. Ousmane Dembele, guy who could win the Ballon d'Or, you want to see him perform. But oh my, they did not expect what France did to them. I didn't think none of them did. Did not expect what Spain did to them because Spain were on that thing, man. They were on the thing. The way the game went on, really, like if you're watching, the first goal was scored by Nico Williams, an amazing goal, by the way. I think it was set up by, who set him up? Somebody set Nico Williams up. Or it was the striker. the striker of Spain, Omandem, he took almost a three or four defenders with him, Konate being one of them, set Nico Williams an empty gate, shoots it, the goalkeeper could not do anything. The second goal comes in, Mikel Moreno, what an amazing pass that he received. Was it from Nico Williams, if I'm not mistaken? Or maybe it was from the midfield. He was able to pass and he confused the goalkeeper. He's really good at scoring goals, by the way, Mikel Moreno. People really take it for granted, but he's really, really good. He knows how to see that post. He's really good. Lamine Yamal gets a penalty, he scores it in the second half. And just after that, just after that, an amazing movement from Spain. Nico Williams sets up Pedri. Pedri has this amazing turn. Rather than to kick the ball down, he pulls the ball up top, and the goalkeeper just saw the net shaking. And I'm like, it's over for France because literally, it was literally 4-0, 4-1 by then because Kylian Mbappe scored a penalty on the other side. No, it was still 4-0. Then Kylian Mbappe scores a penalty, it becomes 4-1. Then Lamine Yamal, I think it was a pass from the mid, from deep within him, as if Zubimendi or somebody who released him. He took the ball and he was able to outrun Theo Hernandez plus this other guy we are calling home Lengland. He was able to outrun them, tip the ball, and that was where the goal came from. And I'm like, this team are serious. This team is serious. The way they won this game, trust me, it will never make sense. It's already over 5-1. There's no coming back from that. The manager of France discovered that, okay, I made a mistake. Let me do it. Let me make sure I leave my call. Take out my coalition. Take out Dembele, take out this Ridue. Let me try to change my strike force and take out the defender because I think killing Glade is costing me a lot, which made sense. Putting on from the players that you brought in, I think which was very important. Ryan Check came in and we saw Lucas Hernandez coming in, we saw Bacola coming in, and we saw Malo Gusto coming in, and the Rendo Mwani was the last one was added on. And Spain the other side, Fabian Ruiz comes in, Gavi comes in, Dani Olmo, and the Samuel Ngwai, is it Ngwaule or something like that? The mistake that Spain, I feel like they made was taking out Nico Williams, because in taking out Nico Williams and putting Dani Olmo, is take out the threat of the pace that Nico Williams offers that side, and you give an advantage to Dani Olmo. You give advantage to France because they knew that they were no longer afraid of whatever that was going on in, and France made a change on that part, by the way. Put gas to somebody who's pacey, somebody who have seen it, Jose performing, who have seen what is capable of doing. That made the game so tricky in the way to approach it, the way to stop this team. It just became a problem to Spain. On top of that, changing an entire strike force on only defender one, and I think it was a terrible defender that they put in, it just made the game so difficult for Spain that they just could not copy with the movement, the runs that the strike force which was offering. Barcolo holding that number 9, putting Kylian Mbappe back in his position, playing as the left winger, left winger, then also having Ryan Check as the number 10 that what Olise was playing, making him the guy who orchestrates, who moves the passes, who helps the team progress from below going forward. This team just became unstoppable, and they knew nothing of stopping them. That's how, for me, that's how they allowed France to come back in the game. Because now when we go back in the top, talking about the goals, Ryan Check with an amazing ball. It was he passed it to him. I think was it from Kylian Mbappe. Pulled the ball up top. Kill it. The goalkeeper of Spain is really good. Around that, like to you, Unai Simo is one of the best. Better than Lerea, to my opinion, when I see it. But there was no stopping that goal. I repeat, there was no stopping that goal. It was kicked so well, it went in, and I'm like, okay, we have a game in our hands. Then another attack that came from the right side, which Korea was now dealing with so much pace, with so much things because of the changes that had been done. A nice cross, and the new defender that Spain had introduced in the game scores himself. And guess what? Out of nowhere, it was 5-3. The game continues, and I'm like, okay, What's going to happen? Random one jumped so amazingly from a cross. Was it from Checky? I'm not really sure. It comes in, he puts it at the back of the net. It was 5-4 at 93 minutes. They just needed one goal to put the game to extra time. And I'm telling you, if it had gone there, I'm sure Spain were cooked. But Spain were able to handle in, were able to do some type tactics of wasting time and doing everything. Like I told you, the mistake that Spain made was taking out Nico Williams because he was helping with the pace and the threat, which kept France worried about that. They stopped being concerned about whatever that was happening there. Konate could handle Danny Omo. Game was over. That's how France almost wanted to pull out one of the greatest comeback in football history. But all in all, this was a good game. We learned a lot about these two teams. We learned a lot from what France can build on and then the mistake that the manager did that he can work on. On the other side, from Spain, we learned that this team is a threat. It's not done whatever they're working on. It's a project. These guys are growing, and I think the Moreno part, as much as it was good, we need somebody who can just come in as a starter. I know Spain has a lot of midfielders who I've seen from Barcelona who play so well, and why was Kobasi not playing? Why did they not put another defense that who we know is really good at what he does? I don't know. I'm just asking. Don't judge the person who's asking. I'm just curious. Like the video, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know where you're watching us from. What did you think of the performance? And we'll be back again with the transfers. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.